is Sports Overtime.
Welcome back to the 12 Sports Overtime, what I think is the best high school football show in the Southern Tier. Robin thinks so too. We had some great games in the first half, but we've got some more on the way. Isn't that right, Robin?
Yep, and that's right. We have our fan game of the week. This week is Class B sectional semifinal matchup between Johnson City and the Owego Indians.
Yeah, the last time these two teams faced off, it was all the way back in week 2 of the regular season, September 11th. So nearly 2 whole months ago. A lot has changed since then, though. Both teams have just 2 wins on the season. Both of them have taken down teams favored to beat them. Owego beat Horseheads just last week, while Johnson City took down Windsor a few weeks ago. Both of these teams are hungry to keep their seasons alive and set up a date in the Class B section final next week.
The fan game of the week, sponsored by CarStar Auto Body Experts.
So let's get right into it. One of these teams moving on. Let's find out who it is. Owego with the ball, first and goal late in the first quarter. Steven Bidwell punches it in for the score. Owego goes up 7-0.
Jumping now to the second quarter, Owego has the ball midfield. Ethan Nichols to Mason Wills. He will take the ball all the way to the 14 and come out with the rest roll down.
Same drive. Owego is down on the 3-yard line. Steven Bidwell, no problem. Scoring that one for his second tutty of the game. 14-0 Owego at halftime.
They're into the third quarter. Owego's driving, but they fumbled the snap, and it's recovered by Braden Miller. Johnson City is still in this game.
Later on in the third, the snap goes way over Peyton Berzovi's head. Tries to recover the ball, but Carter Boheim is there to beat him out. Owego, they would hold on to win this one and move on to face off with Maine Enwell 21-12. The final. Big win for the Indians. Maine Enwell, a tough opponent, though. Yep. They handed the Indians a loss earlier in the season, so we'll have to see what happens.
Well, now we're going to switch gears from 11-man football to 8-man football. An undefeated showdown in section semifinal between Green and Spencer Van Etten Kander. Green is in their first full season at the 8-man level, and things have gone well for the Trojans. They're perfect so far on the season, and their offense is stellar. The Trojans average nearly 36 points per game, but for SBEC, it's even better offensively. The Eagles averaging an outstanding 57 points per game, so this one could end in a shootout. So let's see if that happens. Let's head to Green for the matchup right now. We're going to open up in the first quarter. No score with the Eagles with a double reverse, and it's Jack Trubisky who takes it for 50 yards to the house to make this one 8-0. Spencer Van Etten Kander, after 2-point conversion, they're up. A little bit later in the first quarter, the Eagles take the ground again, and this time it's Hunter Haynes with a 30-yard touchdown to make this one 14-0 Eagles after a failed 2-point conversion. Still in the first quarter, after recovering an onside kick, the Eagles go back on the run. This time it's to Logan Jewell, making 2-men miss, and he jets into the end zone, making this one 21-0 after 2-point conversion. Look at that go. Woohoo! And we're going to go to the second quarter now. Eagles now up 28-0 after an interception return for a touchdown. It's Nicholas Thomas showing off his arm to convert the 2 and make this one 36-0. Eagles lead going into halftime 42-0, and they would win this one, shutting out the Trojans 56-0.
Eagles really look like the team to beat in 8-man right now. So now let's take a peek at the games we couldn't get to tonight. Just one. The other side of the Section 4 8-man bracket, Groton and Trumansburg, where Groton moving on to face SBEC. They beat T-Burg 30-7. And now let's look at the other Section 4 games happening tomorrow right here in Johnson City. We've got a Class D doubleheader. First up, Tioga battling Delhi in the first game of the day. The Tigers beat the Bulldogs the last time they played. That showdown kicks off at noon. And following that game, York Valley gets a rematch with the Harpersville Aston Hornets. These two teams met in the week number 1, where the Hornets got the win. So we'll have to see what changes, if anything changes, when these two teams meet again. That game kicks off at 3. And finally, the other side of the AA sectional bracket, Elmira will take on Ithaca for a chance to face Corning in the section final next week. So one thing that we didn't put a scoreboard up there, though, the Shenango Valley girls soccer team, unfortunately, they fell to, was it Bronxville? Bronxville, 3-0 in the state tournament. But honestly,
still a great season.
Yeah, we have to hand it.
Still an amazing season.
Shenango Valley, was it 26 years without a section title, and now they made it to the second round of the state tournament. I mean, hats off. Congratulations, ladies. You put together an incredible season, and, you know, just know that the entire Southern Tier was rooting for you. I mean, that's pretty special.
Yep. They did great.
Yep, they really, truly did. And that is going to do it for another edition of the 12 Sports Overtime. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for our college football show that's called the Southern Tier Kickoff. In case you don't know, you should, though. That starts at 11 a.m. Usually it's 11:30. Tomorrow it's at 11. So wake up just a little bit earlier if you want to catch that. That is all tomorrow. For Robin Hearn, I'm Jacob Russo. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.